Okay. Let's double check, and get ready for this live stream. Hello, trending gist lovers. Welcome. It's been a while. Okay. Wow. All right, so I can see you can all hear me. So let's get ready. I always love to check my sound and everything before we get in. So you are all welcome. Mm, Let me take a sip of water. Sorry, I've been missing in action. I've been so busy doing other things. Okay, come in. Feel free to join the conversation, okay? If there's anything, comment down below, even if you're watching the replay. Okay, feel free to comment down below if there's a topic that you think we need to discuss. Okay, so I know from the title, you people have a clue, or some people might have a clue of what we want to discuss today. Some might not. But yeah, we are going to be talking about a very sensitive um, topic today. It's very uh, touching. So if you're someone that is very sensitive, be prepared. Hello, Oyoyon the Kids Kitchen. You are welcome. Thank you very much for joining us, ma'am. Thank you very much. So if you're someone that is really sensitive, I will drop link because this topic is something that is really um touching, from the first Don Davis story. I know some people, some of us know the Don Davis story, of which I will actually throw a light for those people that do not know the story or didn't follow the story. So if people are watching the replay, they will always, they will also be able to follow along with us and understand what we're talking about. And people that want to contribute, thank you very much for the thumbs up, Madam Oyoyo. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. So everybody will be able to follow up. So we will start by explaining Don Davis's story and this other new one. So it's almost like this has been happening for so long, and I don't know why the Ministry of Education and all the people that are supposed to protect these kids are just not paying attention, or I don't know. But anyway, before I start beating around the bush, something I want to even say before we dive in is thumbs up to Don Davis' mother. Thumbs up to this lady that you people see on my as a thumbnail. That lady is a strong lady, and I give her respect. Okay, hello Bola Tips. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, Bola said hello, host, and everyone in the chat. Okay, so I will be dropping a link. Anyway, let me drop the link while I'm even talking about this lady. Like, I have a lot of um let me see. Um, wait, where is it? It's been a while. When you don't use this, when you don't use this for a while, it becomes very difficult. Hold on. Put on layout. I think StreamYard changed some stuff. Let me see. Okay. So thumbs up to this lady. Like, she is a very strong lady. She is. And I love the way she stood, despite the fact that they were threatening her and everything. She was not afraid. She stood there and fought for her son. I really love that, because if it's some people, they will be afraid to. I'm trying to drop the link. Okay. All right. So that's the link. Please jump on the link, because we I think this topic that everybody needs to share their opinion. So feel free to jump on the link at any point. Okay, so we will start now with Don Davis. Like I said before, that lady is really a strong lady, because there's something in this world that it seems like a lot of times wealthy people feel like they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it, and they live that lifestyle and they pass that on to their children. As you can see, very young children, they have so much bad character. They behave very badly when they go out, that sometimes you just wonder what is going on. Like, what do you teach your kids? What kind of kids are we raising these days? Okay, so let me quickly go back and talk about for those that do not understand why we are here, or people that didn't follow Don Davis's story. So like, I know I see people using his photos and all of that, but these are young children, and I don't think it is very nice to put their photos out there. Although some people argue that his mother posted his photo, and for me, I can understand the boy's mother posting the photo, because when she told that story, some people didn't even believe the story. So if she would not bring a photo of the child as a proof, people would not believe that the child was molested, okay, and all of that. So she really had to post. But I feel like if you're talking about the story, if you're resharing the story, at least blur the child's face, because he's going to grow up someday, and let people not use it against him. Or okay, not only him, but all these people that are going through child abuse or molestation or whatever the case may be. It's just for the young people, it's good to just cover their face up. So hence I choose not to put his photo on. Even the other second story, I do not want to put the boy's photo also, because they are very young. They're like 12 years old kids. Yes. So this Don Davis story, for those that who do not know the story, he's actually a boy that was attending a private school, boy that looked healthy, according to the photo that his mom posted online that we all saw. Healthy, young, vibrant boy attending a private school, and he he's the senior student in the school molested him. They inserted a whole lot. This is YouTube, we cannot say a lot. Okay, Bola Tip says share done. Thank you so much, Bola. God bless you for that share. I appreciate. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. So he was attending a private school, and I think this school is owned by a church. It's a Deeper Life school. Deeper Life is the name of the church. Okay, so um when this happened, when this molestation thing happened, and the boy's mother found out, the way the school handled the whole thing was not really fair, because the lady came out, the Don Davis's mother came out, and she was talking about the whole thing and how she was threatened. People were saying she's a liar, a lot of things that they said. They took the boy to the hospital. The boy was puking some kind of green substance or things like that. A lot of things that this lady filmed and explained everything. So this happened. It's been so many months now. It's been very long time, and it's almost like justice is not really taking full course, and it's taking so long time for the final decision, for the court to take their final decision and all of that. So we have just all been waiting to see if they will sweep this under the carpet, because they are used to doing things like this. Whatever happens, somebody dies, molestation, child abuse, whatever it is, if it is done by wealthy people, they have a way of sweeping it under the carpet, and they will just, bribe with bribery and all of that. And all of a sudden, you will not hear about the case anymore. But this lady said she is poor, and she's always saying it, that she doesn't have money. She's not as wealthy as the principal of the school. She's not as wealthy as all those people, even the kids that molested her son, that she might not be as wealthy as their parents. But she knows that as far as she is alive, she will fight for her son, and she must get justice. And I love that spirit, because some people say, because I'm a poor person, there's nothing I can do. No, you have your voice. Even though you do not have the money, you have your voice, and you have to do all you can. And I hope that a lot of mothers out there can use this woman and see her as someone that they need to look up to and emulate her footsteps. She never gave up, despite the fact that she was not as wealthy, despite the fact that she was fighting people that were high and mighty in this world, because some people used to play as if they are God. So she stood and fought for her son. So I'm just going to quickly go um, to IG. So I will read to you people uh the stuff that they posted recently from what she shared, and the blogs also started sharing it. Okay, so here one of the blogs says Deborah Okezie. Now Deborah is the lady's name. Deborah Okezie, the mother of Don Davis. Don Davis is the boy that was molested in his school. A junior secondary school student of Deeper Life High School, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, has revealed that the principal and the housemaster has been remained. So I'll just leave it at that. So from what they are explaining here is that the case that has been in court, it seemed like justice is finally going to take place. And this is actually a good news, because Why I say this is a good news, some people might say the principal is not at fault. The principal was not the one that directly molested the child. But the thing is, how did she handle the case when they presented this case to her? That's the first thing you should ask. How did everybody that was in that school, everybody that was working, that knew about this boy's case, the boy's situation, how did they handle it? What did they do about it? Did they try to uh, punish the people, or did they try to sweep it under carpet because they're trying to protect the name of their school? So, of course, this lady deserves everything that is coming to her. And I'll also read another article here to you people. So here it says, breaking news, Deeper Life High School principal Ndidi Solomon and other accused person involved in Don Davis Archibong's molestation and abuse case remained in prison custody. Today, all the suspects were arraigned afresh at the State High Court 7 Uyo and were asked to be remain. Oh well, these bloggers sometimes I don't know what they're writing. Be asked to be remanded in the prison custody with a stiff bail condition. So the five of them, the principal Ndidi Solomon, the vice principal, the wicked house masters, Akpan and others, apart from the two minors, were ordered to be detained in the prison custody until they meet their bail conditions. Their lawyers were running up and down, and anyway, yeah, they let the lawyers be running up and down. But yeah, I've read the part that I see is important. And also here, they also said that they are moving the three minors because it seems the boys or the people that were involved were under 18. So they are moving their case to the juvenile court. That's where they're going to give the final decision on what's going to happen to those very wicked children. And this just brings me to on something I always say, that I don't know what parents are doing, because how can children be so young? We're not even talking about people in university. We're talking about people that are under 18 and they have such wickedness, like the level of the spirit of wickedness that dwells in some of them is something else. I just wonder, before they grow into an adult, what are they going to do if they are this evil in high school? High school normally used to be a place of fun. You know, you get punishment, you get all of that, but it was never a place where you send your kids to, and now you are afraid. You know, here Oyoyo said the kids involved should also be punished. I think they will, because here, according to this for sure, because if they don't punish those kids, then nobody will learn. You know, Bola Tiff said, Oyoyo, I agree with you. Exactly. If they don't punish the kids, no, people will not learn. There will be no fear, you know. You feel like you're going to do anything you want to do, and there will be no repercussion. And that's something that is dangerous. Okay, let me read the down part of this article. Okay, let me see. Two minors were ordered to be detained in the prison custody until they were okay. They made a okay. The lawyer were running up and down and cold caught all of them when the judge gave the ruling. Furthermore, after a lengthy argument that lasted for about 3 hours, the judge ruled that the two accused minors, you know, I don't know why the person put old here, and Shalom should be tried at the juvenile family court, while the other five accused persons will be uh, tried in the open court where everyone shall see them. So it seemed like maybe some of them are above 18 of age. Host, I just stopped by. Many of you did catch up. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do understand, Bola. Bola, I understand totally. I understand it's not easy. Just as we were saying in the Banigos and listening just now, like Whitey, it's something else. So yes, I understand. Go catch up, okay? So yes, the kids that are under 18, they are going to be tried in juvenile court, and I hope the people that will be responsible for the juvenile court is going to do their best to give these guys, these children, not because they're not even, they're still very young, give these children the maximum punishment that a juvenile court can give, you know, the maximum. I hope that's what they get. You know, they should not feel sorry for them. They should not look at them that they are young, because this is the fault of their parents, and it's also their fault, because there's a certain age you get to, you know that what you are doing is not right. If they do it to you, are you going to like it? You're molesting someone, if they molest you, are you going to like it? You're hitting someone, the person is crying, pleading for you to stop, you're not stopping. If they do it to you, are you going to like it? Is this something you're going to enjoy? If you ask each and every one of them, they will say no. And if you will act as if you want to do the same thing to them, just like you just fake it as if you want to do, you will see them also pleading, begging you, telling you not to do it. So they know what is right from wrong. They know what is right from wrong, because most of these kids in private schools, they are very, very smart. They are very smart. They can hold a good conversation with you as an adult, So I don't agree with people that say, they are still too young. And no, they are not too young, because kids understand. Even uh, a lady that is pregnant, that child in your stomach, if you're in a dark place and you move light around the stomach, you see the child moving. You rub your stomach, the child moves, the child kicks. You talk to your belly. So nobody should tell me that somebody that is in school does not know what is right from wrong. So for me, I'm saying those children that molested this boy and did all those evil things to Don Davis, they should get the maximum that the juvenile court can give to them. And the adult that will be tried in the main court house should also get the maximum punishment, from the principal to even if the gate man of the school was aware. Everybody, or if possible, the school should even be closed down, because I don't think Don Davis is the only person that this type of thing has happened to in that school. If the police would do thorough investigation, or the FBI will bring in, the FBI, they should do thorough investigation on that particular school, or even all the private schools in the 36 states. They will find out that a lot is happening in private schools, even in government schools. But private schools are worse, because they have all this. You have children that they are away from their parents and all of that. If you go to a day school, you know that you come back home. If there's something you don't like, you can tell your parents. But this one, you don't even see your parents for weeks and months and all of that. So if you ask so many people today that are adult, married with kids and all of that, they will tell you that in their days, those of the people that attended private school, they will tell you stories. I remember somebody narrating after this second story popped up that we're going to move on to soon. In a bit, we're going to talk about the next story in a bit, because it's two stories we're talking about here, and they're kind of connected in a way, you know. So I didn't want to talk about them separately. I wanted to bring the Don Davis's Albina and Family Kitchen. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you. Hello, host. Thumbs up, Don. Thank you for that thumbs up. I'm grateful. Hello, everyone in the chat. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We have the link there. Feel free to jump on the link. Jump on the link if you want to join the conversation. Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, um, people that are even older today, that they have their families but they attended private schools, they will tell you that private school is terrible. You get punished. Somebody shared a story where they said a senior student in the private school, like he said, it's over 20 years now that happened. But this story just reminded him of what happened to him when he was in private school. That um, a senior student told them from JSS 1, JSS 2, and JSS 3 that they should line up. You, and he asked them to put their hand in poop and put it in their mouth. You can imagine how horrible somebody can be. So a lot of evil things happen in private schools, but nobody's talking about it. And a lot of the times, things are swept under the carpet, because private schools are for the rich kids, are for people that they have money in a kind of way. So you when you go to private school, you see like it's for the very rich, the wealthy, and people that their parents are kind of okay. So that really makes people to do things that they are not supposed to do, but they do it and they get away with it, because the government doesn't the people responsible for these private schools don't keep their eyes, they don't put their eyes there. Bina Kitchen said, okay, keep coming, guys. One love keep us together. Yes, so one love keep us together. All right, so this is really, really terrible, because few months ago we talked about this Don Davis story and his molestation and what they did to him in that school, how they almost killed him. And this Don Davis is also a very young child. I think it's about 12 years. And now another 12 years old again. It is just horrible. But I love the fact that Don Davis's case seems like he's going to get some type of justice. At least this is good, because this will actually scare a lot of people that might be thinking of doing one or two things. Abina said, share, Don host. Thank you so much, Abina. Thank you for that share. Thank you so much. Thank you. So for people that might have in their mind that they are okay, we can do whatever we want and get away with it. If Don Davis will get any form of justice, that will actually scare a lot of people, and they will behave, because at the end of the day, the type of things you hear happening in private schools is just terrible. Is terrible. Okay, so I have the link down there. Please, guys, jump on the link if you want. This is a topic that everybody might have one or two things to talk about, because these are young boys and young girls getting molested in private schools. They get beaten up, they seize their food, they starve, they give them all sorts of punishment that you cannot even believe that these are young kids, because we're talking about people in high school, secondary school. These are very young children, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, less than 18, like, or maybe the oldest might be around 18, and all of that. So why? That's just my question. Why? What kind of kids are people raising? What kind of kids? It is just horrible. So I'm really glad, and thumbs up to Don Davis's mother, thumbs up to that lady. She's really a very strong lady. She stood there. The bullying and everything did not deter her. She said she must get justice for her son. If that is the last thing she will do on this earth, before she passes on, she must make sure that she will do it. She also said the principal, all those words of threat and all those things that they are saying to her, mocking her and saying nothing happened to her son, that her son is lying and all of that, that she doesn't really care. They insulted her life is in danger. People from Deeper Life and all of that, people that love Deeper Life, this and all of that, they are calling and threatening her and all of that, blackmail, nothing, everything. There's nothing these people didn't do just to scare this woman, to keep her quiet, so they can sweep everything under carpet, so people will feel like their school is perfect. And I just wonder, since when do we throw our conscience away and put our reputation over human life? Since when did we not have that heart to think that if this is happening in my school, it doesn't matter if it will affect the reputation of my school, but I have to dig in deep and fish out the people doing this so they can be expelled, because one bad egg can actually corrupt all the other eggs. So we have to fish out that bad egg and discard it before it ruins everything for us. Instead, the principal and everybody, they were just there pushing and kicking and saying all manner of nonsense and threatening this lady, which was not really necessary. So I'm really happy that he is going to get some kind of justice, even though it's not um the way we would have wanted it. But let us watch how this whole thing plays out. Let's see what will happen to the young ones that they are taking to the juvenile court. Let's see what their punishment will be. Let's see what kind of punishment those kids will get, and let's also see the final case where the principal and the rest of the housemaster and whatever they call those other wicked people. Let us see what the last day, what will happen to them. Okay, so right now we will move on to the second story that we have here. Okay, so the second story. Okay, I'm going to just go. The second story is a story of a young boy. He's 12 years old, and he attends a private school. Okay, so he was forced to join a cult. I'm trying to get the stuff out. The boy was forced to join a cult, and he refused. And what they did was beat this boy to stupor, and they also asked him to drink some foreign or strange substance. And by the time he got home, he reported to his mother, and his mother, they rushed him to the hospital, and you could see his photo. If you want to see those photos, go to Instagram and check like Instagram, Insta blog, check Linda EKG official, all those blogs, you will find this story. I cannot share those photos here on YouTube. I cannot show them. I cannot do any of that. So yes, that's why I didn't, I don't have anything here. Okay, so when they rushed him to the hospital, sadly, the boy didn't make it. The boy passed on, so he was just 12 years old. And because he didn't want to join cult in school, they beat him and gave him, who knows what they gave him to drink. He was crying. He was in a bad shape, terrible. You watching the video will just make you sad. You're just going to cry throughout. You wouldn't even. In fact, I don't know how to even explain it to you. Seeing how the boy suffered and the boy died for no just cause. If you want to join a cult, join your cult. But why do you have to force someone else's child? And these are just little children. Oh, let me see. Oh, we have a guest. Okay, add to the stream. Sorry, I just saw it now. Okay, you're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome. I really wanted someone to come on in and also share their own point of view because this story is really sad. You're welcome, Madam Oyoyo. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, host. Thank you. I don't even know where to start.
Exactly.
I went to Instagram just a few minutes to read about further about the story, and
Yes.
first of all, I'm going to blame the mother of that boy. If what I read from the school statement is true, I will blame the mother. First of
Oh,
all, she did not
um,
act well.
sorry. Hold on. Is it Don Davis or the late boy, the one that is dead?
The recent case,
The recent
the
case. Okay. Okay.
yeah, I think
Okay.
Sylvester or something. I think that's the boy's name.
Yes.
The mother did not act fast and did not act well. A school
Okay.
called you that your son wasn't feeling well.
Yes.
The reason you gave them you were not in Lagos, your guardian, I mean his guardian is gonna go to school to pick him up. And the guardian never showed up. I don't
Okay.
know if they prefer the school's management to look over the after their kids or take better care of their kids than them themselves.
Okay.
If the guardian wasn't there, if you weren't there, what happened to the father? There is always
Yes.
nest of kin, and you make
Yes.
sure you follow through. You can't
True.
just trust the school more than you can trust your instinct as a mother.
True.
And if they can learn something in that country called Nigeria, they should borrow a leaf from Don Davis' mother. The woman went
Exactly.
ballistic when his son was
Exactly.
molested. People were
Huh.
like, she was crazy. I love that kind of
Exactly.
craziness.
Exactly. I was shocked when people were calling that lady crazy.
Yeah, I love that kind of craziness. In a society where the law is actually swept under the carpet, it's only your voice and the social media that can save you. There were
Exactly.
many threats she got, but she never gave up. She kept screaming until something was done. And
Very
another thing
true.
I'm going to say here, the reason why we are seeing some kind of justice in that case
Yes.
is because it's a deeper life church. Because the head
Oh,
of deeper life will not just go
yes.
to sleep or try to sweep it under the carpet. The people
Okay.
in Uyo might do that to
Yes.
save their names and their faces, but the
Yes.
head of deeper life will not allow that to happen. That's why we are seeing it
Okay.
going to court and all of that. For Dowen University, which is
Yeah.
purely business university, not university,
High
Dowen
school.
College,
Yeah.
purely business transaction. Is not an NGO to help anybody. It's not anything. They
Yes.
would try to cover up as much as they could. But the thing is, if the boy had mentioned names, I hope they have them on tapes. I hope they have them on videos, especially that his
Right?
last video before he died, where they took
Yes.
him to the hospital. That's a good one. And the father coming up now to say the boy told him this and this happened, he never got, is a good testimony. But I hope they recorded all of those for court. And also,
Yes.
I know the boy is dead. The school is to blame. And
Yes.
the the boys in question that molested this victim, if I will put it that way, so I can differentiate
Yeah.
them. The
Yes.
boys that wanted to initiate him in a court, it goes
Yes.
to show that our parents the Nigerian parents, they don't really care. They are so in a hurry to send their children to boarding school so that they can have time to relax. A child is not a
Exactly.
burden. A child is supposed to be a joy. It's not a
Very
burden. It's
true.
a thing of joy having them. If you're not capable of raising them, why bring them to this
Don't
world?
have them.
If you're trusting a stranger, total stranger, to be better off than the parent, why bring kids into this world?
Exactly.
Do you know in the system where I am, if you send a
Yes.
child to boarding school here, it
Yeah.
practically means you don't love that child.
Whoa.
That's the first thing the child will tell you. You don't love me, that's why you want to ship me to boarding school.
Oh wow.
Because most people they send to boarding school are, the trouble
Yeah,
child,
trouble
let him
kids.
just go
Yeah.
so that I can have my. But if
Yeah.
you love your child, you should be able to know when her eyes are itching, when somebody insult her in the bus or insulted her at school, or
Yeah.
when somebody says something strange to that child. You should follow
True.
that process through. But it's not the same with Nigeria. Everybody, they want to ship their kids to boarding school. Nobody goes to school from home again. I went to high school in Nigeria. My mother
Yeah.
has 8 of us, and
Yeah.
none. I didn't go to boarding school.
Me
I did
too. I
not.
went to day school.
I went to day school so that when you come back from school, your mother will look at you, okay, is that, will know, check on you, know what is
Yeah, and they
happening.
ask you questions, what did you learn today? What happened in
I'm telling
school?
you, it's absolutely so strange. I hope those people documented all this evidence, because to me, the law should take its full course. And I'm so happy this is happening in Lagos, because Lagos
Right?
updates their law regularly. So their law is what
Yes.
most other states borrow to follow. The
Oh,
Lagos
yeah.
procedure,
Yeah.
Lagos Procedural Code is what other states borrow to follow. So I
Oh,
really
okay.
hope they will see to it. I hope they will follow it through. And I'm happy to say that the Lagos state government has shut down the school
Yeah,
indefinitely,
that, that
pending
that's
investigation.
what I'm seeing here. Now Linda Ikeji's blog posted this, and it says the Lagos State government orders indefinite closure of Dowen College. And
Yeah,
if this is true, then it is good. I love the fact that they are doing it fast. Immediately this news came out, I don't know, is it maybe say okay, let's say more than 24 hours, but it is still fast for Nigerian system.
absolutely. It is.
Even if it's
It is
1 week
fast.
ago, it is fast, because sometimes it takes forever for them to respond to anything. So I
Yeah.
love this
And if the
this that
kids,
Lagos government, it's great.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
if
want
the
to say something
kids
about the kids?
involved,
Yeah.
yeah, if the kids involved are from rich homes, they will try as much as they could to sweep it under
Yes.
the carpet. But thank God for social media.
I saw what even made me to even come live was the last post I saw on Instagram. I don't remember which of the blog had it, where they were saying that it seemed like one of the kids has actually been flown out of Nigeria. They don't know where actually. If you check on Daddy Freeze, Daddy Freeze, right?
Yes.
Yes, if you check his Instagram, I saw where he posted and said if it is true that he's going to post the boy's photo and he's going to write to every embassy, you know. I just hope this is not true, because it is very possible. If these kids are extremely rich, they will be flown out of Nigeria.
Yeah, it's
And if
very
they are
possible.
out, what what
If
what
you
can they
hear
do?
rumors like that, there is possibility of truth behind those rumors. It's very possible. But the thing is that it might not take
Yeah.
the legal system in Nigeria is not the way you go to them get justice tomorrow. It will take a
Yeah.
longer time because of investigation processes and all of that. So
Yes.
the child, I hope, definitely it could be London or England or
Yeah.
US, and I believe they
Yes.
can extradite the child back home. So I'm not worried
Okay.
about that one. What I'm worried is that they should make sure the school is closed indefinitely. They should make sure they
Yes.
investigate and give the public the names of the, in as much as they are minors, they should bring their names out because they are evil. Their
Including their
parents will be
parents.
trying.
Including
Mhm.
their parents. Their photos and everything should be out.
Yeah, but
So
because
other
they are
people
minors, they are
can learn.
trying to cover it. I heard the story. Somebody was very angry on YouTube sharing the story. I said,
Yes.
when has this country become like this? This is what you hear overseas. You understand? When is
Exactly.
has and it's happening in in secondary school, in high schools. The next thing now it will be elementary schools. You understand?
That is
Because
if
they are
it's not
getting
happening
bolder by the day.
already.
You see, they are getting bolder by the day. When would that stop? Every day I try to educate my middle schooler. I try to like
Yes.
tell her everything. Try and mind your business. If you get bullied, report immediately. And if you have evidence, record whatever it is that is happening in case of tomorrow.
Very true.
You understand? I was the news here in the US is about Oxford High School schooler that went with a gun and killed
Okay.
his classmates. Now we are
Oh
talking
wow.
about Nigeria.
Oh
You know,
wow.
so I don't even know. This one happened like, was it 4 days
Wow.
ago that it happened in the US? And some of the kids that were rushed to the hospital, one died yesterday, making it four teenagers dead. 11 are in the
Wow.
hospital, injured, just because of one stupid boy decided to come to school. And the school had called this
How is
boy's
your
parents.
child leaving the house with a gun in his backpack? What are parents doing?
The school called the parents, telling the parents that your child is acting up in class. They called the
Yes.
parents on Friday. I don't know if they shut the school down. They called the parents again on Monday that this is
Yes.
your child's behavior in school. Then Tuesday, the boy came with a gun and killed people.
Oh goodness. The
So now
parents
all
should
of
go
them are
to
going
jail.
to be charged, including the
Yes.
parents.
Yes.
You understand? I think it was yesterday that the prosecutor charged them to court. So they should follow trend and make sure this thing does not delay.
Yes.
The first act has been done by closing the school. The second thing is for them to swing into investigation and start charging them to court immediately. They shouldn't wait for eight
Exactly.
months like Don Davis case, or wait for nine
Yes.
months. We don't have that patience because the thing is going on in almost every high school and people are not saying it. They will threaten those children and not to report, to the point of them living in fear in the school. And they don't even have confidence to tell their parents what they are going through in those schools.
Very true. Very true. And this is really sad. This is really sad. What are high schoolers even doing with joining cults? Like, what do they know about cultism? Like, that's that. No,
Hmm.
oh man, the whole story is just too sad. The story is
Honestly,
just too sad.
honestly, when things like that happen, I kind of place myself in the shoes of the parent. But in this Sylvester's Amoni's
Case.
case, the mother did
Yes,
not do well at all. She did. The
I think
boy could have survived if they had gone to school on time to like take the boy to the hospital and maybe do thorough investigation. But another thing, I don't know the substance they gave the child. Maybe it's the substance that is killing.
that's and another thing when they took the child to the hospital, I feel like the hospital too was not really fast. Because if you watch one of the videos, you see where they're pressing the tummy and all of that, and I'm thinking, shouldn't they be running tests to
Yes.
see uh what kind of substance did they give to the child, so they can find out, so they know what to give to the boy, you know because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, all of these kids, most of them go to like chemistry classes, and they know what chemical and what to mix. So who knows what they might have mixed to give to the child. And I kept watching the video. They were raising his hand, doing this. You are seeing that the child is telling you his stomach. Focus on the stomach and try to find out what they gave the child to drink. A lot of things. Like I just felt like if this was outside Nigeria, maybe the child won't even die.
That's the truth. That's
They
the truth.
might have been
Because it would
able to
have been
save
an
his life.
emergency case immediately.
And
Would have been an
I saw where
emergency case.
the nurse was putting mask to cover his mouth, and I was like, "Are you crazy? What does that have to do with anything? They're talking about somebody that he cannot talk, he cannot breathe properly. He's telling you his stomach and your mask, putting mask that to follow. What nonsense procedure when you're supposed to be focusing on what is on, or, what is more important? It's man, I don't know. It's really
It's
sad.
really so sad.
It's
It's so
really sad.
sad. It was an emergency situation, but they were treating it as somebody who just walked in with maybe a fall from the football field.
Well, that's what they said. That the school said it was a football,
It
and
wasn't
it
any
was a
football. They
football
should stop
game.
lying.
How can only one person be that injured in a football game? Only
Yeah.
one person was injured that bad. No other person had a scratch.
Hopefully,
It can't
an
be.
autopsy will be able to, if the parents are
That
wise,
is
even
if they would do
should
it.
that, no, they will do autopsy because it's not a legal matter. But the parents should know that they have the right to do a private autopsy. Even in as much as the state is going to conduct one, they can still request for a private autopsy, send it to like university for them to do it. So they can be able to like compare notes with what the state gave them. Because that kind
Yeah.
of dough in school might go as to the extent of influencing anything, especially in that kind of country where, corruption
Right.
is the order of the day.
Yeah.
So it's so sad that it's happening, but that's the reality on ground. We can't pretend they don't exist. They exist. It's not only in Western culture that things happen in schools. It's happening everywhere, but we've learned to suppress the things and then move on as nothing happened.
Very true. That's very true. And the whole situation is just something else.
It is.
Truly. And I just feel like Don Davis's case is still fresh. How is it that when that lady was called to come to school, she where the heck was she that she could not take the next flight? Almost all the flight in that country takes you 45 minutes to get to where you're going. So except
I
you were
don't know. I
outside
thought
the
she was
country,
overseas, but
and
she
then
wasn't.
can't she just call one of her family, even though you're overseas? Can't you call your
She
sister, your
wasn't
brother,
overseas.
somebody?
Her
Oh, she
husband, because the boy has a father. How about the father of the child? Where are they all coming out now? They didn't act
right?
well. And the woman prayed for the son on the phone. Can you imagine? That's the one that got me mad. They
Really?
called you, your child is angry. You took the phone and prayed for the child and said, guidance is coming. Pray for the child. So God did not
Imagine.
give you the wisdom to go seek for medical attention when the person is in pain.
Exactly.
Everything in that country has been covered up with prayers. There are some things prayers will not help you with. You
Of
have to
course.
seek the
Even
right.
if you have to pray, you move. What happened? I think we lost. Oh, I think we lost. I think we lost Madam Oyoyo. Okay, I think she will come back to join us. So this whole, like, truly, just as Madam Oyoyo was saying, it is really really sad. It is really 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 sad that people just pray over everything. Some things, we're not saying prayers don't work, but you really have to back up some things with work. You have to back it up with work. You just cannot sit down, cross your hand, and be praying and say, "Manna will come down from heaven, and then food will fall into my hand." Gone are those days. Okay, you have to pray for God to bless you for something, but you still have to move to go walk and make sure that you plant seeds that God will help make them grow and all of that. So if it is really true that this lady was called and she stayed where she was, then that's really really horrible. It's really really horrible. How can they call you for something and you just stay where you are? And man, I think another thing is the government really needs to make sure that they get the names, whoever is involved. I don't know, Ministry of Education, police, people that are involved in this case should make sure that they get the aviation involved also, so they don't fly those kids outside the country. All those children that wanted to join cult, now they're going to see what happens to people that wants to be cult members. Now they are going to see what happens to such people. So they should keep an eye on those parents and all of that. If they don't find the kids, if all of a sudden any of the kids are missing, they should arrest the parents and hold them down until they locate those children. And if they are younger than 18, then they should go to juvenile court, like I said in Don Davis case also, and let them be tried and let them get the maximum punishment, because you cannot just pick a 12 years old boy that came to school to study, and you, what came to your mind is you want to initiate him into a cult. Who told you that he wants to join a cult at that young age? What does a 12 years old know about being a cultist or not? You know, it is just so sad that kids are so wicked these days. It is unbelievable. It is totally unacceptable what people are doing. How can you do this to a child? Beat up the child and then force the child to drink. Only God knows what that substance they gave to the boy, that you see his whole mouth is full of sore. He cannot speak. He cannot move his arms and his legs. He was screaming his stomach, his stomach, his stomach, you know. And you could just see that he was in pains, and he didn't make it out alive. He was just 12 years old. That you beat him up was not enough. You still had to give him a substance that I know fully well that all of you that ganged up to do this knew that that substance might lead to his death. But maybe because you people felt you were cultists, you wanted to prove a point. You wanted to scare other students. In high school, this is not even university, like in kids that are so young and they're like this. Really, I think this should open the eye of every parent that have a child in any private school. It doesn't matter how much you trust the owner of the school. The owner of the school might be a good person, but the people that the owner of the school has employed, some of them might be very wicked people that they don't care what happens to other people's children, mostly if they cannot even afford to put their own kids in that expensive school that they are working in. They don't care so much to care for other people's children. And a lot of the times they will just want to build their reputation to say, I worked in this school and I was able to do everything. And it was a good school, rules, children were obeying the rules and everything. So when cases like this come up, child abuse, molestation, threat, and all of this, they just sweep it under the carpet. And this is terrible, this is terrible. It's not. Sorry, guys. I think I accidentally pointed tapped something. Let me quickly go back to IG and let me see where's that stuff? This is indeed sad. How can they do something like this? How? People will just be bringing up wicked children. Okay, so I will just quickly read this up, and this live stream will not be too long. I wanted to come in here and talk about this. Okay, so it seems like this is the latest for the Dowen College. Said Lagos government orders indefinite closure of Dowen College. The Lagos state government has ordered the indefinite closure of Dowen College, Lekki, pending the outcome of an investigation into the death of Sylvester Oromoni Jr., a student of the school. Commissioner of Education, Mr. Folashade Adefisayo, announced the closure after a meeting with the school management and staff. The commissioner called for claims, saying no effort will be spared in getting to the root of the incident. So this is good. I love the fact that they are closing down the school. It is indeed a good one that they're closing down the school, because who knows what is going to happen next? Who knows? Who knows? All right. So I think this is from forwarded message from Dowen College, Lagos. All right, it shows date Friday, 3rd of December 2021, 0009. Subject urgent message to say, dear parents, in view of the current situation concerning the school and considering the emotion of our students, we have advised that our students stay home tomorrow, Friday 3rd, and Monday 6th. This will also afford the student opportunity to revise for their forthcoming examination starting next week. Thank you for your understanding. So, okay, I guess this was what the Dowen College had shared to notify parents to keep their kids at home for Friday and Monday before they can resume. So I love the fact that the school is actually closed down. But on the other hand, there are also innocent students that really went there to study, and they are very respectful and obeying the law and doing everything right because their parents has actually taught them well, and they are in school to represent their family and not bring shame to their family name, unlike these other useless ones that their parents did awful job, and it results in the death of another person's innocent child, you know. So it is really sad for those good kids in the school, because right now the school has been closed indefinitely, and we all know that investigation takes time, and this, we're talking about a murder case right now. You know, it went from assault and all of molestation and everything, now it's to murder. So in the investigation is going to take long time because the boy is no longer here to speak for himself. Now other people have to speak for him. Just like Oyoyo was here, we had a guest Oyoyo to speak, and she also mentioned that she hopes that the parents was able to, collect what is it called, that she hopes the parents were able to record the boy when the boy was mentioning names, because they would need that in court. And I hope they learned from, if they didn't learn anything, they learned just one thing from Don Davis's mother. Don Davis's mother recorded everything and kept evidence of everything that she could. Anybody, if you say good morning to her and she knows you are somebody that's connected to her son's case, she's recording that good morning you're telling her. If you say hi to her, she's recording it. And she kept every evidence. So that is why when this story came out that they've taken these people to court and the judge actually denied them bail, I really felt good, because like I believe that that lady, Don Davis's mother, presented a lot of evidence in court that the judge could see that she was not lying. Indeed, something did happen to her son. So I hope this boy that just lost his life, his parents learned one thing from Don Davis's mother, and they have evidence where the boy was mentioning the names of people that wanted to force him to join cult, and people that gave him that substance that he drank, that he doesn't know what they forced him to drink, that led to his death. I hope that their names are written down somewhere or recorded on a video so they can fish them out and they can all face the full justice. Okay, so here Daddy Freeze is also someone, he's a radio presenter, influencer, and he talks about all these things, and Daddy Freeze is also saying here that the parents of the kids should be arrested, right? His parents should be arrested and prosecuted, and a petition should be written to have him deported if this is so. I will post this picture on my page and tag all embassies. Little devils. Those kids are really little devils. Say, mommy, I didn't play ball. Okay, I think this was the statement from the late boy. Said, mommy, I didn't play ball. I didn't fall. Father of the late Dowen College student break his silence, reveal what his son said before he died. And I just hope if those boys or one of them, because the way they are sounding, it seemed like one of the boys or few of them has actually been flown out of Nigeria. And I just like Oyoyo said, some of the countries that they might target might be the UK, the US, maybe Canada, places like that. So wherever it is, I just hope that they can extradite those children back to Nigeria so they can face, because you cannot kill somebody's child and you run away just because your parents have a lot of money. Forcing a 12 years old child to join cult and killing him in the process, no. Justice for Sylvester, that's the boy's name. Justice for Sylvester, that's the hashtag. That's the hashtag that should be trending right now, and everybody should jump on it because this is not nice. Okay, so I think this is a statement from, let's see, just really, Lagos ordered indefinite closure of the college. Okay, yes, this is from Insta blog also. Okay, a lot of people. Okay, okay, so here let's just read this also before we go. Okay, it's we have 54 minutes, exactly an hour. We're going to leave, so we have like 5 more minutes. Okay, so here, Insta blog Ninja says how my 12 years old son was beaten to death in Lagos school for refusing to join cult. You know, grieving that. Okay, so this is from the father of the boy. Okay, Sylvester Oromani, the boy's name, the late boy. His name is Sylvester. Sylvester Oromani, the father of the 12 years old boy, Junior, who died after he was allegedly beaten. It's not allegedly, he's even dead. So I'm not even going to say allegedly. He was beaten. It was obvious something was done to him. He was beaten by his fellow students in school for refusing to join their cult, has opened up or what transpired. Speaking with the speaking with the cable lifestyle, he said, "My son suffered. The boys he mentioned were also reported to the school last time when they bullied Junior and collected all his foodstuff, clothes. I have two daughters, one of whom earlier graduated. I had to remove the second after this incident. They asked the boy to describe the sisters private, and this got to us. Wow. He said Dowen had temporarily suspended the boys' involvement after the family elder son took it up. He said Junior was also switched to a new hostel, but the bullying, okay, so intimidation persisted. So this is the thing I said about schools. They should not, just temporary suspension is not the best, you know. Temporary suspension is not just the thing. One bad egg is going to corrupt the rest. They have bad eggs, and they just temporarily suspended some of them. You can imagine asking him to describe the private part of his sister. This is a 12 years old boy. He went to school, his foodstuffs, everything that he was supposed to use to eat that would last him throughout the term was seized from him by these same kids, and the bullying persisted from what his father is explaining here. And it is very sad. It is very sad. And I actually, I would want parents, when you hear something like this, pull your child away from the school. There are millions of private schools if you're so much in love with private schools. And not only kids that go to private schools that come out to become wealthy, successful in life and all of that. Okay, there are lots of wealthy people that went to day school. There's also this thing with, yes, let's go to university, let's get, and this not where you say do or die affair. There are people that didn't even graduate from university and they are wealthy. They've worked hard and they are making good money, and they have employed people that are actually graduates with first class PhDs and all of that. So it's not a do or die affair. If the child doesn't like the school, the child is complaining to you that something is happening in the school, pull the child out of the school. Look for a new school for the child. Put the child in a day school where the child can go and come back, like, so you can see the difference. Let's see, if the child is in a private school, the child is complaining, pull the child out from the private school, put the child in a public school. Let's see what's going to happen. Will the child still complain? When the child come back home every day, at least you'll be able to see the child, look at the child, know if the child has any scar, if the child looks traumatized, if anything. I Parents, please pay attention to your kids. Please, if you do not want them, don't have them. If you feel like the kids are stressful, you want to rest, you want to be free, you want to fly like a bird, so that's why you're shipping them off to private school, please stop. Then don't have kids. Just stay like that, because there are so many people that will tell you, yes, I just want to enjoy my life, I don't want to have kids, and that's okay too. Okay, you have that decision. Don't have kids and then you're looking for where to ship them off to. You ship these kids to private school, you don't even go visit them when you need to. They call you, you say, I'm far away, I'm this, I'm this, I'm that. Even when the kids come home, you don't sit down and talk with them. That short break that they always have in school when the school sends all of them home, as they are private school, as you don't sit down with your child to talk to your child, let your child explain to you what is happening. Are they okay? Are they enjoying the school? Are they finding it fun? What is happening there? There are certain things that are normal that will happen, and there are other things that are not normal. If you talk with the child, I believe the child is going to explain all those things to you. But people are not just doing that. And I don't understand what parents are doing. Please, I believe we have said enough, okay? From Don Davis being molested, things being inserted into his backside and all of that, and puking greenish stuff, and almost died if his mom was not a strong woman that took up the case and pushed for her son and took him to the hospital, did all the tests and did everything, and was screaming, I don't have money, I'm a poor lady, but social media, please help me. And shout out to the social media also, because the social media is actually doing a lot of good for that country, because the voices of the masses are always working for those that do not have money, it's working for the poor, because the rich just want to step on people's head and just do whatever they want to. I hope that this doesn't go away. Share the story, tweet about it, talk about it, let it go viral, let it go all over the world, let every continent, let everybody hear it, everybody share and tweet. Okay, let the pressure mount on these people, so that we will get good result from this. Okay, it's been an hour now. I can just talk and talk and talk. This story is so sad, that a lot thousands of kids are being molested and all of this. Private school, because of private school nonsense. Every private school should be investigated. Every private school should be checked. And please, if you are attending any private school, or if you have a child in a private school, this is the time to sit them down and ask them questions. What is going on in your school? How are people treating you in that school? Tell me what's going on. Kids, don't be afraid. If you are home with your parents, say whatever is going on in your school. Okay, so they will pull you out if they know that your life is in danger or whatever. Don't keep quiet. And parents, please find code words that you use with your kids. So even though they are in front of the principal, they're in front of whoever, they can use these code words, that when they say one or two of those code words, you know that they're in danger or something is going wrong, and you can rush down to the school and get them out. It doesn't matter what the school tries to say or not. Please, let's learn from other people. Don't wait until it happens to you. It happened. This just happened to Don Davis. It's not even a year. It's early part of this year. This happened, right? That this lady was screaming, and now another boy is dead. This is not fair. This is not right. Please, hashtag Sylvester must get justice. Justice for Sylvester. Thank you all so very much. Some of you might watch the replay. It's been an hour. I don't want to pull this too long. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I am super, super grateful that you people were able to come on in here and join me on today's live stream. I've not been consistent, but I will try my best to come on even though it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, to sit on live stream, and we'll just talk about different topics. So thank you very much. Feel free to comment below if there's any topic you want us to talk about. We can schedule a live stream and we'll come in here and talk about it. Thank you all so very much. I think I'm going to end this here. Thank you all so much. Thank you all. God bless you all. Thank you for everyone that joined. Thank you. God bless you all. Okay, till next time when we have trending gist, okay, or we have celebrity gossip or whatever we have to talk about. So thank you all so very much. Bye for now. See y'all later.